Crypto has shaken up the way we think about money. It's a decentralized system secured on the blockchain. And for the most part, it is secure. Except when it isn't. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Sour Ghost, and in this video, we are going to cover a crypto scam, so you know what to look out for and how you can protect yourself. Let's get into it, ghosties. We're going to cover pig butchering. It involves relationship and investment fraud. And obviously, relationship scams are not new. There was a whole show on MTV called Catfish where people were pretending to be people who they weren't. You can turn on a lot of the Netflix documentaries and there's someone who's being scammed by a potential girlfriend or a boyfriend. But what makes this different is it's involving crypto. And crypto can get a little bit sticky just because the blockchain is so secure. It's harder to track down where your money is going. So for pig butchering, whoever the chosen target or victim is, they are love bombed. You're going to build a connection and build a connection quickly so that that person trusts the scammer. And once the scammer feels like there's a certain level of trust, they're going to then ask you to go ahead and invest. And so this scam, because it does involve trying to build a somewhat genuine connection, building trust, getting to know each other, can last weeks or months depending on how receptive the potential target is. And once, they have that connection and things feel like they're going well and they feel like they really have, a relationship with them, they're going to ask you if you want to invest in crypto. And obviously, during the time that they're building this connection, they're going to tell you how well their investments are going, how well their crypto is doing, how much they love to invest in crypto, right? So it lulls you into a false sense of security. And once you're there, you're like, hey, I want to invest. I want to make extra money. I want to do this. I want my future secure. Things that we all want and things that are being pushed right now, right? How often are you looking at social media or even like on ads and they're telling you about your financial future, your financial security, what you need to do to make sure, you can retire by this age, to make sure that you have money by this age, it's everywhere. And so I think coupled with, building that connection and that relationship and getting to know that person, plus, all the messaging we're getting recently about how important it is to invest in our futures, it's a perfect storm to cause someone to trust essentially the stranger to go to an app, go to a website and make those investments. And the scam here is that the person who's doing the love bombing and the convincing the scammer owns the website or the app, right? So then the victim, they're investing, you can show the money moving up and down and how the investments are turning out results, right? They can control those things. It's really simple. And so once, they can do that and they might show that you're making a crazy investment and the worth of the coin is going up. So you continue to add more money and they're going to try and take as much money from you as possible. So this isn't a slow scam. It is a slow scam. It's not a fast scam, right? Where they're not going to just take money from you one time and that's it and then you're done. They're going to try and take as much money from you as possible while they can. Since lots of people, that's how they start, right? You invest a little bit of money, you see it's doing well, you'll invest more, and you keep going. And they're going to take advantage of how people invest. And so, once someone has deposited as much money as they are willing to, the scammer is going to try to manipulate them, convince them, maybe make a fake customer service system to try and get more and more money, right? And they're going to drain them, right? And once they realize that they've got as much money as they can out of you, they're going to stop talking to you, ignore you, leave you alone. And that's it, right? And because the scammer owns the website and they own the app, it's almost impossible and very hard to remove your money, get your money back just because they own the system, right? It's their system. And so this is just that first scam, right? Called pig butchering. And I was able to find a really interesting story from Reddit about someone who experienced that. So let's just hop right in and I'll read you the story. from Toronto, Canada during November 2021 because I wanted to actually find a partner, as we all have been stuck at home during the pandemic, especially as a lot of people are working from home. I matched with a guy named Jemmy, and we had a couple conversations. Shortly after, he asked to move the conversation to WhatsApp. Fine, so we moved over to WhatsApp to continue our conversation. His profile was gone within 2 days of us matching on Hinge. That was quick. We talked every day for about 2 weeks with what we are doing every day. Here is some information he told me while talking. He claimed to be from Hangzhou in a neighborhood called Wulen No. 1. At the age of 33, has a business to do model homes in the Greater Toronto area and had frequent business trips, so we cannot meet until the end of December. Emigrated to Canada as an investor immigration in 2017, first to Ottawa, lived there for 6 months before moving to Toronto. His GF broke up with him 2 years after he came to Canada since she didn't want to immigrate to Canada, and has stayed single for over 2 years. He claims he lives in the Yonge and Shepherd area of Toronto with his pet cat, cooks, cleans, and pretty much a dream man every girl is looking for. He sent pictures of his office, meetings, pictures with no one wearing a mask while having a meeting, go figure. Okay, additional information. Food, and scary part is also pictures of a local restaurant in Toronto with the exterior and menu. Tried to look in Google search and did not find his pictures on there. What gave me the red flag was he started calling me babe or my love within a week of talking, which is kind of suspicious as we never have met, as our parents always say to be careful of strangers. The talk of crypto investing started to come in as one of his hobbies, that's in quotes, as he has started to invest small amounts in 2011, claiming his friend got him into it. Periodically, he would send me screenshots of these investments and how much he was making. He was just throwing it into the convo throughout the day when we were talking. When he tried to get me to invest, he claims we should do something before we meet so we can grow something up for the future. I did throw in saying he is a part of the pig butchering scam, and he made me feel guilty that I associate him with those scammers, and that he actually really likes me. Scary part is we did talk on the phone twice. However, during those calls, there was background, in quotes again, noise when he should be home by himself. LOL. After the day, I suspected him of being a part of a scam. He started to have 18 plus conversations and shared some explicit videos of himself. Okay, go off, buddy. Keep those pictures to yourself. Basic conversation started with when we first had interactions with the opposite sex, and the last time he did. No, I did not send any explicit pics of myself, but he did. LOL. Anyhow, after that night, we continued to talk the next day with a typical greeting from him with babe, my love, etc. He finally pulled the trigger, bringing up crypto again to invest and do something before we meet by the end of the month. Told him straight up, I don't have anything to invest, and if this is a deal breaker for him, we should just end it. Afterwards, no message from the scammer. Final lesson on this before meeting anyone, do not send any money. She wrote that in all caps. To invest, to make a profit, no matter how good it sounds to be true. If it is too good to be true, then it is. Yes, my emotional feelings were hurt, but it's better than to be in financial debt because of the so-called scammer and wasted time, in which I will never get back. So that hits all the marks for what a pig butchering scam looks like. He matched with her on Hinge. They started talking. He was overly affectionate, overly kind, overly lovey-dovey from the start. He moved her off the app very quickly. He mentioned crypto periodically, and then when he felt that she might be ready, he then suggested that they should go on and invest together. And so that's a clear example. Good for her for not sending any money, as she shouldn't have, because that's sketchy and dangerous. And I think you really need to vet your sources before you just start throwing your money places that a stranger online is telling you to send it. So awesome. Love that for her, that she kept herself, in the clear and safe. Cryptocurrency, for better or for the worse, is here to stay. Make sure you protect yourself, do your research before investing, and only invest in verified platforms like Coinbase. See you next time, ghosties. Thanks for watching.